Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish. Welcome to episode 12 of our Factorio Space Age playthrough where we're building an expandable, upgradable base. Last episode, we got a lot more stuff happening with bots in terms of giving them things to do. Let's see, one of our viewers suggested that we did not have everything hooked up here in some of the cracking. And so I just want to make sure that we do have, yes, actually this is messed up here. So that, this needs to not have, why is that getting water in it? That's a pipe to ground. This should... That's a... Oh, because that's a pipe to ground. And then we can get rid of that and get rid of that. Now, this is also a problem. There we go. Okay. Good. Do we have the same problem down here? That's a pipe. That's a pipe. That's a pipe. Okay. So you have pipe to grounds you need to put away. So let's put those away. And then the other thing that we noted last episode was that we are running low on iron ore. So we are going to have to go get an iron expansion, which we'll probably go down here to get. And so here's where I think in order to do that, we're going to need to get a train system going. And we need to see, I'm a little curious about where the grid lines up. So this kind of covers like a bunch of different stuff. I think what we want to do is have, we're gonna have stations here, and then I think we can run rails this way and down. I think we actually need to go a little further over and then down. And then from here, we can bust over here into the iron ore. But before we do that, I think what we want to do is we want to make this grid. And then we want to get our diagonal row reports and just cover that area. Good. Okay. Oh, I need to put these guys away. Okay, so let's do this in map mode. Which, if I was doing it in map mode, I'm not really sure why I ran in here. Okay, I need these guys. Here. This is not going to work the way I want it to. I'm just going to do it. Go. You need to filter to those. You're going to do this and only make stuff if we don't have 200 in the box. And then we can take this off and then we should be able to put everything away. Okay, so let's see. In order to do train stuff, we're going to need to make a variety of things. So one of them is going to be, we need signals. So this is going to be rail signals. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That is going to be rail signals. Okay. Good, and you need iron, you need these guys basically. And one stack of you is fine. We need to make the chain signals. which take the same stuff. Okay, good. We need to make rails. I think bots will come fix this stuff. Yeah, here they come. Okay, good. So for rails, we're gonna do that. That gets the stone in. That gets the steel in. We need sticks, which we have here. All right, that makes us some rails. What else do we need? Stations. We need iron. All right, iron and green circuits. And then we need steel. All right, there's stations. I think we'll make our first trains by hand. We're sort of out of. I don't want to get mall stuff down into here yet, if we can avoid it. Just stay within the bounds of our. Okay, so what do I need for? I need one train to start, and I need 4 cargo wagons, for which I'm missing steel. All right, where can I grab some steel? And here's steel over here. No, there's not very much steel over here. It's like who's got steel for me? There might be some in some of this stuff. Wow, it takes a lot of steel. Is there steel in here? Nope. How about in here? A little bit. It's like, where can I find some steel? There we go. That's 2. There's steel in there. You need the steel. 3. And we need enough to make one more thing of steel. I bet there's a bunch up in the engines. Let's see if that will work. Did I make a locomotive? I did. Okay, so where's our engines? Ah, there's lots of steel here. Or I don't know about lots, but there's some. Is that enough for my last car? Yes. Okay, good. All right, let's hop in the car. Let's come up here where we can do some designs. Now, as far as the sort of grid alignment goes, you know, there's so far we're, you know, I don't know that we're really using it for anything. You know, as far as the base so far, but the place where grid alignment really begins to shine is when we start doing train stuff. So I am just gonna put some roboports in just for a minute. And then what we're gonna do is we're going map mode, and we are gonna design ourselves some grid aligned rail designs. Whoops, and we'll do it in map mode. Okay, so that overlaps. 1, 2. And you can go to there. And you overlap. 1, 2. And you can come to here. Okay. Then we're going to copy this, and we're going to rotate it and align it with the power poles we already have. So I like to start with a four-way intersection. These are, these are not great because they're difficult. They're difficult to signal in a way that really lets multiple trains that would not actually collide sort of like, it's just hard to do. So we want to probably try to avoid using these as much as we can, but I like to use it as the basis for the designs here. And so what I want to do is I want to copy this stuff. If I use it as the basis for the design, then we can start subtracting stuff from it, and then get to three-way intersections. So we start with this and we prune some stuff away from it so that we can do the design in such a way that we can upgrade. Like if I lay down straight rails, I can turn them into a T intersection and then later into a four-way intersection if I want. Okay, so I like to design right-hand drive rail systems. So the trains are going to go, these tracks are all one way, and they are, signals will be on the right. So train on this side goes this direction from bottom to top, and train on this direction goes top to bottom. Okay, so we need to be able to go in any direction. So if we're coming in this side, we need to be able to go out that side, go out that side, or go out this side. So we need this final turn here. There we go. And then I should be able to copy this stuff. Okay. That puts all of the rails in. So that's good stuff. You have no place to put your stone. We need to give you some place to put that stone. Where do you want to get some stone? I guess we could do this. Well, that would kind of be in the way. That's ideally the best place to put it. Somewhere it could be turned into bricks. I could put it here. This would be okay. Okay, so let's put your stone in there. Okay. All right. Now, next, we need to be able to get, I want power to be able to run through the middle. That's too far. So what I really want is this. I want to go to there. Oh, I also need to do something with the coal. And then there, 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 and there. And then we need to get the green wires in. What do we got? A bunch of coal we got to get rid of? Okay, we'll get rid of that in a second. We'll go around the outside here. This way we can get the... I like to use the red and green wires on the electric poles for like a global signal network. This is less necessary now because you can actually do it with radar, but I guess old habits die hard. So we'll do it that way. Where do we want to put coal? Coal could go effectively into plastic, except that we don't really have a great place to kind of put it here. Where do I want to put this? I don't know where to put the coal. Oh, I guess you use coal, so okay, sure. And let's do this for right now. You're gonna be coal. Okay, good. All right, now that takes care of that. That takes care of electric. And so now we need to do signaling. And so what we want is we want train signals on the outbound ways, right? So there should be space after this for a train. And then running into the intersections, we want these guys. And so you're going to be, and so let's see, what do we want to do? We want to do this. This way. Nope, right there. I grabbed the electric pole on that copy so that I could line them up the same way. We want this to have rotational symmetry, so that that way we can definitely upgrade it to, or we can make sure when we start taking stuff away that it's upgradable back to this point. Okay, so then we need chain signals. Are going to wherever we cross stuff. So we're going to put stuff here and there and there. And there's not really space to get any signaling in here. So we're just going to grab this stuff. And it should be the case that we can put that in there. And that in there. And that in there. And I think that actually completely signals everything. Because again, there's not sort of space to do anything in here. But that is, I think, okay. So we are now going to take a blueprint. So we're going to do this. All right, and this is going to be four-way intersection. And we're going to do a rails and then a 4. We're going to snap to grid. The grid is 100 by 100. There is no offset. Absolute. And this is, I think, 2 and 2. I think that puts things in the center. Yeah, our little red flag's in the center then. Okay, so we're going to create that. Stick this here for a second. But now we have to edit it because we don't want row reports or any of this other stuff in it. And then we only want the power poles that go through between the tracks. So we're going to take these guys out. Okay, save blueprint. How's that look? That looks right. Good. And we made this by rotating it, so it should be the case that I can rotate this and it still lines up. Yep. Good. Okay, then let's put this in our little blueprint library up here. So four-way intersection. All right, now we're going to start subtracting stuff out of here. It's interesting that we are not. We should be bringing these up here. Oh, we don't have enough steel to like make the roboports. Oh, good grief. Okay, so to make this a three-way intersection, we want to take out these rails. Okay. I don't think we need that anymore. Do we need this anymore? We might need that still. Okay. That's not needed. Okay. Woo! Too much. Thank you. All right, and then we don't need. Okay. All right, good. Do we have any signals that are on? Not on tracks? I don't think so. Okay, so then we can take this blueprint and this is going to be T intersection. So that would be rails with a T. Snap to grid, 100 by 100 as always. No offset, 2 and 2. Create blueprint. Does that line up? It does. Good. Now let's get rid of some stuff. We don't need roboports or the little radar outposty thing. And we don't need electric poles that are outside of the rails. Nope, keep that one. Okay, save. That looks good. All right, so then we're gonna put you up here. And then finally, let's see. Yes, I got rid of this one. Okay, then finally we're going to get rid of this side. Oh, fine, you can clear out those trees. All right, don't need that curve, don't need that curve, don't need these. And actually, I don't even need these. We just need the rail signals here, and we can compose them. Okay, we'll take this blueprint. And this is going to be straight rails. We'll just do rails and snap to grid. 100 and 100, 0 and 0, and this is 2 and 2. And then we get rid of roboports. Okay, good. We have no chain signals. That's good. And we get rid of any power poles that are not between the rails. Although, actually, this is interesting because I actually also need to put red and green wires this way so they can connect, as well as a copper cable. Okay, let's try this again. Because I need to be able, I need that to go across. It's okay when we have 2 and 3-way because they go sort of around this little diamond here in the middle. So these are straight rails. We are going to get those rails in there. 100, 100, 2 and 2, and 0 and 0. That seems to line up. Get rid of the roboports and this stuff. And now we get rid of the... So I'm right-clicking up here, and that is removing these things from the blueprint, which it says right-click to remove. Okay. Create blueprint. Straight rails. Looks good. We can put this up here. Actually, let's do like that. Okay, we can take those out. All right, and then we are going to... We're going to take these rails out and these rails out because the next thing we need to design are stations, because we need to figure out how to deliver. I'm going to get rid of these two. We need to figure out how to deliver stuff in here. So I'm going to put these here just so I can see where they line up. And so you're going to go to there. And then you're going to copy you and horizontal flip, and you'll go there. And then I cannot see what's happening up here. I should probably go look. Because I need to get rid of this stuff. And what I really want is get rid of ghosties. Which down to like here is fine. That gets rid of those. Okay, good. And then you actually are on the north part. Okay, good. I'm just gonna pick this stuff up because I don't think they have any place they can put it. So we are then going to go. I need to really stop researching. Am I researching? I need to stop. I need to stop sending. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Steel is all backed up here. That's okay. Oh. Steel's coming down. Is it any getting over here? Little bits are getting over here. All right, that's, I think, okay. All right, so let's do our, we want to come this way, and we want to go as far over as we can. We want to end up right next to, which I think is here. We want to end up right next to the, as close to the power poles as we can get. Oh, keep going. Up. Okay, and we'll go this way. And that's going to hit the power pole. So we're going to go this way. And good, that goes around. That fills all of that stuff, which means where does this curve? So now we want to, all right, good, we did get our roboports in here. Okay, excellent. We want to put... I don't want the bots to build this stuff yet because it's easier to build it with ghosts in case we need to move stuff around. So this is going to be on the right side. How far down can we get it? I guess that depends where. We're going to need chain signals and they need to not be on the curve. So you can be there, which means you can be there. So we'll move you a little closer. And then, do I want them to build this stuff now? I guess I can have them build this stuff now because we're getting to the point where I just need to build a station up here. So let's get you upgraded. You're going to be rails less than 1,000. You're going to filter to rails. And we're going to take that off. You don't have a place to put a box. Okay, fair. So you just need a place for a box. I guess we can just give you one somewhere. Like here. Fine. Let's get you. You are enabled if stations less than 10. We need rail signals less than 50 and chain signals less than 50. I'm just gonna start putting storage boxes here for these things. Right. And then you are going to filter to chain signals. You're going to filter to regular signals. Okay, good stuff. All right, how are we doing up here? Okay, so the next thing that we need is... Well, I want to get these rails in. One thing I'm curious about is, did we manage to extend our row reports down here or not? Oh, we did, good. And we built a grid around us. And you can't see that. Although, I suppose we can make you see it by doing that. All right, we've almost filled in here. Okay, good. All right, now I need these. Do I have those? Do I have steel chests anywhere? I mean, I'm making them here. Ah, this is not a thing. Okay, steel chests, less than 50. Let's finish that. Thank you. You should filter to the steel chests. And then we can take that off. Oh, did I take the limits off of these guys? I did not. We want to be able to recycle those. Take limits off there. I bet I need to take limits off there. That's not what I wanted. I don't know what's going on there. All right, fine. Good. All right, so what we want, I don't have any steel boxes in my inventory, so we'll do this on the map view. Okay, so we want, we're gonna design ourselves a little station deal here. We are going to want lights. We are going to want to read the contents of all these boxes. Okay. Which means that we can then put a rail signal here. Is that right? I think I want to put it one back. Oh, looks like that's actually fine. It fits in there. Okay, good. Then what we're going to do, do I even have any of the medium power poles built anywhere? I do not. And I kind of need to get them in here. Yeah, rats. Fine, I'll do it here. What am I making? These guys. Medium power poles, less than 50. You're going to be medium power poles. I turned off alt mode, so I can't see that. Let's see. You need copper wire, sticks, and steel. Here's copper wire. Here's steel. Oh, that one's already got power. Okay. Good. That should make that stuff. Okay. And then okay, so then what we want are okay, so we want all of these to unload together. So these all unload onto this belt, which landing on the top side of this belt. These two obviously land on the bottom. And so then the question is, where does this one go? This one, the rule of thumb is when an inserter puts things on a belt going in this sort of parallel, in a direction parallel to the belt, it always puts it on the right side of the belt in the direction of travel, which in this case will be the bottom. So that means these three load the bottom of this belt and these three load the top. So that should be balanced. Okay. Next, we need to do a little bit of work here in terms of, well, let's see. Let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we have the contents of all of these boxes here. And so what we want is we want an arithmetic combinator here, which I don't know that I'm making them anywhere, but I can make one here. I can make one, right? Do I have the stuff to make one? Yes. All right, and then what we want to do is we want to find the average. So there are 24 boxes here. So the average in each thing is going to be each green divided by 24. We're actually going to make it negative 24, and I'll explain why in a minute. And that will be each. Okay, so that makes the current, what we're going to do is we're going to put the red output on red here. Nope, that's not right. We're going to have green this way. We'll just connect these down this way. Okay. And then we need red from each box to the inserter that's going to fill it. Okay, I need to get this stuff out of my way. And then we want the same thing, red to here. For these output inserters. And then we want the same average coming through here. We're going to copy this. Nope. We're going to copy this and put it here. And then green has to connect here, and green has to connect here. Whoops, I disconnected it. Okay, and that means that I can copy all of this and put it here and here. Okay. We can copy this. Okay, so what we want is balanced loading and unloading. So we want to keep the amount in the boxes relatively equal, because that means that we can, if we do that and there's enough sort of total capacity to accept a train load of something here at this station, then if the amount that's currently sitting in the chest is equal across all the chests, then that means that the space, the available space at the station is also evenly distributed across all the chests. And so that what that means is that when the train pulls in, all of these inserters can be active, because they should all have, there's enough space, we'll do the math, so that there's enough space on, for all of the ore that's on the train in the boxes. And so because there's space in each box, then we'll be able to have these be active. And then similarly, we'll make sure that the boxes unload evenly. Again, that will be part of maintaining the relative balance here. Because we may not draw down from all of these belts, the output belts, evenly. And so what we want to do here, and the reason that we did negative here, is each box is attached, or these inserters are attached to what's currently in the box, positive, on the red wire, and then the average of the boxes, negative, on the green wire. And so what that means is if the net signal at this inserter is positive, then this box has more than the average amount in the boxes. And so if it's negative, then this chest has less than average. And so if it has more than average, we actually want to prioritize pulling that off. So this is going to be enabled only if, in this case, let's see, actually what we're going to do is, no, that's not right. Could I do it with everything? Yeah. Yes, so this should only be enabled if everything is greater than or equal to 0. So any signals that are not here, which would basically just be, there should only be one type of ore in here. So that should show up. If it's not here, this will be enabled, right? Which there is no signal. You can see that it's enabled, right? Waiting for source items. So that's okay. And then this one should be enabled only if everything is less than or equal to 0. So this is going to load below average boxes. This is going to drain above average boxes. That should generally keep them all towards the average, and we do it greater than or equal to, so that if actually everything happens to be exactly average, these can all be, these are all enabled. So then we just copy this stuff down through here, and We copy this stuff down through here. And there we go. That's an unloading station for us. So, I think we're going to stop this episode there. Ooh, we got some stuff here, which we can get rid of. We've got the beginnings of an unloading station. Well, I guess we'll do a little bit more. So what we want to do is we also want to compare. So we'll get all the boxes. Let me do a little bit of math here. So each box has 38 slots. And let me see. So I need to get my calculator here off to the side. We've got 38 slots. Our regular ore is 50 per stack. That's the raw. Okay, so and we've got 24 boxes times 38 stacks times 50 ore is going to be 45,600. And then our trains, we're going to have 4 cargo wagons. Where's our cargo wagon? These have 40 slots. So we've got 4 cargo wagons times 40 slots times 50 ore is 8,000. So there's room for a train as long as the total ore here is less than 37,600. So what we'll do is we'll say if everything, the way it works for any signal, and including 0 when there's nothing, everything less than or equal to 37,600, then we're going to output an L to say we can accept a train, and we're going to control this. We're going to say set train limit to L. That sets it to 1, and we'll give this thing a name later. But I guess the quick thing we'll do, let's just get, I want to just get the unloading bits. So I think what we want are splitters. I think we want that. This is input priority right, output priority left. Okay, you're gonna do that, and that, and that, and that. And these are gonna go here. See if this actually connects all of the... Okay, and that should, this should allow any of the chests to feed any of the belts. Good, and these are all connected. So this is actually going to be our generic unloading station. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to give this a name. We're going to name this, in this case, I want, this is going to be, we'll say the base, or what do we want to call this? I guess we'll just do, we'll do this. We'll do this is a, okay, fine. This is going to be a station that receives Oh no, I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to make this. Oh no, I can do that. I can do, because I can parameterize on that. Okay, let's see. Station that receives, in this case, let's do iron ore. Save. Okay, good. Now we can grab this stuff to make a blueprint. This is going to be unloading station. So we're going to call this, and we're going to give it a U for unloading. We don't need to snap to grid. This is all fine. We're going to parameterize this thing. And this is going to be the incoming ore. Or this is going to be the material. Good. Create blueprint. That's going to go there. That's our unloading station. We can put it in our group of blueprints, and that's good. Okay, so we're going to leave this for, I don't know why this, I'm really curious why this guy is not getting built. I'm just going to build it. Okay, so we're going to stop there. So we've got a basic train system, and we have our receiving station set up. We do have roboports out this way, and so next episode we'll actually work on extending our train system down over this way and actually tapping that station. But now we're set up, we'll be able to stamp these out, additional ones of these over here, so that we can feed the main base. Obviously we need 1, 2, we're going to need 1 for iron, 1 for copper, 1 for stone, and 1 for coal. So hopefully we have room for 4 of these. So we can get 1 there, 2. I think we can we get 4 in here? I think we can. Let's just try it real quick. Fine. Copper. You can fit there, and you could be a stone, and you can fit there, and you would be coal. Okay. All right, we can take those off because we don't need them yet, but this will fit everything we need here, so that's good stuff. All right, so we're going to end that episode here. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.